Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. All right, ready to get underway. And now the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. And that misses. And we're underway here in the home opener.
That's a ball. 2-0.
Next pitch inside, and it's 3-0. Right through there for a strike. Started after it, appeal to first, and he held up just enough. That's ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. In there at the knees. 0-1.
Altuve officially joined the 2000 hit club.
Runner takes off, drops a bunt down the first base side. And that's a bunt single that was placed perfectly. First and second, no outs. Next is the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. Grounder might be 2. Acrobatic throw for 1, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Marsh going back. The run comes across, and the Astros score first. It's 1-0.
Everything came together for him. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Isaac Paredes now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering is downstairs. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. That one missed. Next offering is outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. And it stays fair. Coming home. He'll score. Castellanos whips it back in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Comes through with the RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Two outs. Base hit. 1 run is in. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Altuve handles it to first. And a quick out, number 1. And here comes Alec Ball. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here comes Bryce Harper. On the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. Two down, nobody on. Gets to it with a slide. And very nicely done for the out. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Astros, Pedro Leon. Nola back to work. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball one. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
That one catches the corner for a strike. Check swing, and he went. And it's 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Out towards right center field. Marsh running hard. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Leon around second. Safely into third with a leadoff triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Jake Myers stands in now and watches strike one.
Yeah.
That one ripped. This one could be trouble. In comes the run from third, and it's 4-0.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect. He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
He caught it behind his back, and they get the out.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. First time up, he reached on a bunt single. That misses, and that's ball one.
Nola's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts throughout the year, Boog. He's got multiple seasons with 200-plus Ks and a pitch arsenal that leaves most hitters frustrated as they walk back to the dugout.
That one misses, and that's ball three. Lifted in the air, right center field. Marsh sizes this one up. He makes the grab. That's out number 2. The relay to the plate. Not in time. He scores. It's 5-0. 2 down, bases empty. And next to hit for Houston, Yordan Alvarez. First pitch, and he just misses. Alvarez goes 6 feet 5 inches, 27 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. Next pitch is downstairs. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now it's Christian Walker. Outside low, and it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
A sliding stop to first, and that's a great play for the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Kyle Schwarber. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
All over that one right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now this is in the air down the line. Leon on the move towards the line, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. The 0-2. Myers ranging into the alley. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. So man aboard. Max Kepler stands in for the Phillies. Fought off foul. Schwarber, the base runner at first with one out. Paredes. One at second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here in Philadelphia, new inning getting started. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. That one's in there. Strike one.
I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
And there's a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now here is Yainer Diaz. That one's in there, 0-1. And a base hit up the middle. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. Off the mark there. And the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
First and second here, no outs. The other way, and that's just foul. Just off the outside edge. Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Line drive, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. Nice swing to drive that pitch up the middle. Could have easily been out in front on the off speed and pulled off.
Joe Ross takes over on the mound.
And he comes on in a close game with a pretty big mess to clean up. He's going to have to make some great pitches the rest of this inning to keep him in it.
Leon in the box now. Takes strike one. Swings through that.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Caught him looking for the K. So digging in, Jake Myers. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Over to stop for 1. And they bounce into 2 already. This one ends the third. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. That's in there. 0-1.
Well, these Phillies, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
And the right-hander deals. Leon on the move. Makes the grab. 1 away. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And that one fouled off. Marsh over at second, 1 down. Next pitch is outside.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the Philly batting order turns over. This is Bryson Stott. Grounded out his first time. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Into the outfield, base hit. Now a long throw home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Back at Citizens Bank Park, and the batter will be the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. There's the strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Love coming to Citizens Bank Park. Best ice cream in all of the league at the press level. It's only been around since 2004, but plenty of awesome history here already. It's the only stadium with multiple postseason no-hitters. Remember, Roy Halladay did it back in 2010, and the Houston Astros threw a combined no-no in Game 4 of the 2022 World Series.
Drops into the glove. 1 down. At the plate, Jose Altuve. And that's downstairs. 1-0.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
And 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Yordan Alvarez. That one ripped, but foul. And there's a ball.
Ball 1.
A changeup missing, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
That's down and in.
3.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Lunges for it, but it drops for a hit.
The first baseman, number 8.
Christian Walker will hit next. On the mound now, Taijuan Walker.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up.
Reaching for it and brings it in. And now it's Alec Bohm. Flied to right his first time. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
Leon pulls that one down, and there's one away. Here comes Bryce Harper. 0 for 1 so far. Fouled off to the right. What a stop. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Schwarber batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-2 now. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
And a swing and a miss. And it's back here in Philadelphia, ready now for the 5th inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Right through there for a strike. Walker, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2010. Just misses. And it's 1-2. That's a ball.
That's
went
out.
with the sweeper. Line drive. Marsh calls it in, and there's one away. Here's the catcher to hit, Yainer Diaz, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. And that's in the dirt.
1-0.
And another ball.
No strike.
Hit in the air, left field. Kepler makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Mauricio Dubon. And that's outside.
That ball went out.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. And now 2-1 after that missed inside. Next offering misses down and away.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Foul ball there. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a base hit.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Ripped to short. They take the force out, and that is the inning. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Trey Turner at the plate. Wisniewski back to work. And that's down, a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Here's the 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Turner into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. He's 0 for 1. And Castellanos is out. Brandon Marsh now at the plate. Doubled his first time. Myers makes the grab, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
That's outside.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Marsh makes the play. 1 up, 1 down. Now it's the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. There's a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Out to short, Turner. Handles, throws to first, and there are 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And it's strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes Real Muto.
You know, these Phils definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
And he gets tied up right there.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
The batter, number 5.
Back to the top of the lineup, Bryson Stott getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. Altuve makes his way towards it.
Now batting.
And at first, Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Runner on the go. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So Harper stands in. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And back at Citizens Bank Park. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And there's a foul ball. Next one just misses. Now 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Hard hit right side. Stott over to first in time. Yeah, they get the out on Alvarez. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. And that's ripped into left, base hit. So a man at first. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, but way too late. Safe there. 2 on, 1 out. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Swung on, belted. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. 1 run is in.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Castellanos pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So next up for Houston, Pedro Leon. 1 for 3. In the dirt, and that's ball 1. Diaz stands at second with 2 gone.
2-0.
In the dirt, but kept close. Two-0. Just missed.
3 balls, no strike. Hey!
Check swing foul. That's smashed towards center. And that's a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And it's an 8-run lead. 2 outs, runner at first. And now Jake Myers. And downstairs.
1-0.
Check swing called strike. Already 3 runs across in the frame here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says this game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport, these are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Boom, boom. And they're on the board. It's 8-1. 1 out, base is empty. Max Kepler at the plate. Swing and a foul straight back. 1 out, base is empty. Leon. He's got it. There's 2 away. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Myers in position. He's got it, and that is out number 3. Back here in Philadelphia, and now the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Jose Alvarado.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
That's in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Stott over to first in time. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Grounds one to short. Turner with the throw to first. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Yordan Alvarez. And that's in for a strike. Up the middle. Turner with the throw to first. Yeah, they get the out on Alvarez. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And now here is Brandon Marsh. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Johan Rojas.
Well, with his speed, he could really make some things happen leading off.
Trying to bunt his way on. Altuve. And he beats it out. It's a bunt single to start the inning. It'll bring up JT Realmuto, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Runner takes off. Man, and that's a stolen base, not even close. No outs. Runner on second. Runner on the go again. Strike in there. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. He's there. He's got it. And that should get the job done as he tags from third. The run scores from third. It's 8-1. Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Edmundo Sousa, 29 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2018. Swings and misses. That is strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. And a foul ball. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that extends the inning.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there.
Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. He'll do it himself. That ends the inning, and they limit the back here in Philadelphia. And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. Alvarado back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one is lifted in the air. Castellanos makes the grab, 1 away. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1.
No strike.
Right through there for a strike. There's the strike.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
In the dirt. The throw to first. That's it out.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Started to swing, held up. Now a check swing at the 1-1. Look down to first. Did not go. In for a strike. And the count is 2-2. On the ground to first, Harper. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And welcome back to the ballpark. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
And a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock.
There goes the runner. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike.
1-1.
Throw to third, and he's in there easily. Schwarber, the lone runner, stands at third with no outs.
That's foul.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now batting Max Kepler. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch swinging.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
There's a swing and a miss.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And they're down to their last out. Now it's the right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Picks himself up at RBI. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Next pitch misses way outside. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his.
Myers on the move, and that'll do it. 8